Genesis 43. The brothers return to Egypt. The famine grew worse. In Canaan, the food Jacob's sons had brought from Egypt was running out. One morning, Jacob looked at his sons and said, "Go back to Egypt. Buy us more food." But Judah shook his head. "Father, the man in Egypt warned us. He said we cannot see him again unless we bring Benjamin. If Benjamin doesn't come, we can't go." Jacob's heart grew heavy. He loved Benjamin dearly. He had already lost Joseph, and the thought of losing Benjamin too hurt deeply. But the hunger in the land was strong. Finally, Jacob said, "If it must be so, take Benjamin. Bring gifts with you, some honey, spices, and nuts, and double the silver. Maybe the man will show mercy." The brothers packed the donkeys and set out on the long journey again. The road to Egypt was hot and dusty, but this time Benjamin walked beside them. When they arrived, Joseph saw Benjamin with them. His heart leapt with joy. He turned to his servant and said, "Take these men to my house. Prepare a feast." The brothers followed the servant nervously. They whispered to each other, "Why is he bringing us to his house? Is it because of the silver from last time? Is this a trap?" Their hands trembled as they approached Joseph's home. At the door, they quickly explained to Joseph's servant that they had found their silver in their sacks by surprise and had brought it back with more. The servant smiled and said, "Don't be afraid. Your God must have put treasure in your sacks. I received your silver." Then he brought Simeon out to them. Their brother was finally free. When Joseph came in, the brothers bowed down before him. Joseph looked at Benjamin, the youngest, the one he had not seen since he was just a boy. "Is this your youngest brother?" Joseph asked softly. His eyes filled with tears, and he hurried out of the room to cry where no one could see. When he returned, Joseph washed his face and tried to stay calm. He said, "Serve the food." The brothers were seated in order of their birth, from the oldest to the youngest. They looked at each other in shock. How did this man know their ages? Then Joseph sent food to each of them, but Benjamin's plate was piled high with 5 times more than anyone else's. The brothers began to relax, eating and laughing together. They didn't know it yet, but Joseph was carefully watching their hearts. This meal was more than just a feast. It was the beginning of something bigger. God was slowly weaving this family back together. Lesson for kids. Even in hard times, God is working behind the scenes. Joseph's brothers didn't know who he was, but God was using every moment to bring this family closer to healing and forgiveness. God always has a bigger plan than we can see. The end.